So I was really excited to find my dream Monstera Adansonii, and it's quite overgrown, which is why I like it, and it's just so beautiful. And here it is. It has so many leaves. It's so bushy, and it's on a coir support pole, and this one just has so much potential for propagation. It has loads and loads of growth, and the best part is this plant only cost £20. I couldn't believe what a steal that was. It is a really full plant, and it is in urgent need of a repot. I don't know if you can see, but it's got they've just sort of put plugs in there. You can see the netting around the plug, and the pole is very loose. There's not enough soil in there, and it's just looking pretty badly potted. However, the plant itself is looking luscious and healthy, and as I say, I honestly can't believe that it was only £20. You normally only get a really small one of these for maybe half of that. So the big task I have to do now is to repot this guy. So let's get started on that. Okay, I'm gonna have a couple of pots ready in case this one needs repotting. I'm not sure yet, but I'm just gonna have them ready. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna have to do is take this out of the pot somehow and see what we are working with. Now, I have seen that one of the cuttings in there is just kind of plonked in there, and it has the plug netting around it, so I'm gonna have to cut that off. But we'll see what else we find. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but let's see, it'll be exciting. Okay, let's just take the card out. Yeah, this pole is not super in there with the soil. Yeah, the roots are growing out of it, of the pot. So I'm just going to gently squeeze it out. I'm doing my best not to damage the plant because it does have a lot of leaves and stems in there. Oh, there it goes. Nice, and it does have some really healthy roots. I see no problems there. The soil it's in is actually not too bad. It's not soaking wet or anything, and it is root bound, so we are going to upsize the pot for this one. So let's just have a little look all the way around, see what we've got. And yeah, I can see that it has the netting there, so I'm going to just gently cut that netting off. I mean, it seems okay, but even so, I'd still like to cut it off whilst I'm here. The soil it's in actually isn't too bad. Now let's just cut that off there. And it is well grown into the roots, so I'm going to do my best here. I obviously want to avoid harming the plant as much as possible, so it's kind of like a balancing act between removing it and also not disturbing the plant too much. Yeah, let me get some of it out of there, as much as I can. Has that one got any? Yes. I mean, it's going to be extremely hard to remove it all. It does appear to be the two plants in there, so it's just the two and they've just got loads of growth. So that's kind of good news because it means I only have two sorts of netting thingamajigs to get off. But those roots are well established, well root bound. It's obviously been in here a while, and the plant doesn't seem to be suffering with these nettings on here, but you know, it would be nice if they weren't on here. Maybe if I just loosen them a bit, that will allow them to kind of go into the soil more. Because the roots are so extensive, it's going to be very difficult. Alright, well I've kind of cut them so that they're looser and they aren't strangling the plant. So I think that's as good as we're going to get with this plant because, you know, it is very well established here, and the last thing I want to do is start pulling it out of its well-established home and end up doing damage to it. So I'm happy with loosening that up and that it won't be strangling the plant anymore. So I'm not too fussed about changing all of the soil on this one because it does have quite a lot of like bark and things in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to upsize the pot and I'm going to give it fresh new soil. So let's see. That's too big. How about this one? Let's try it. I mean, that does not give it any room to grow. It's got no space really around there. So I think that might be a bit small. Will I have to go with this one? Oh look. Yeah, well, there's about an inch around there. So, you know, that's probably going to be about right. I have to be honest, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go up quite that big, but 19 centimetres, the one it's in, and this one is 19 centimetres. 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 24. Yeah, that is about 2 inches. So, and yeah, the roots have got about 1 inch. So yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. Let's do it. I'm hoping I have enough soil here mixed up. If not, then I can mix some more. Make sure I've got a little bit of room for it to grow there. Is that deep enough? Actually, just going to take a bit of that out. The roots on this one are a lot more extensive than I imagined they would be. I mean, it is a big plant, but okay, just a little bit more. That's about right. Okay. I'm just going to fill in that space. And this big boy will have its new home. Hoping he doesn't outgrow this pot too quick. It's already a fairly big pot. Okay. And I'll make sure that the pole is properly firmed in as well, because it was very loose. This guy was in dire need of a repot from TLC. But honestly, this is just pretty much my dream plant. The kind of overgrownness of it is something you only really get with age, when you've had a plant for years. And I think the sense of a plant being old and having lived in its environment for a while is kind of nice, at least for me anyway. After I'm finished doing this, I'm going to take this to the shower and give it a good showering off, just as partly as pest prevention, but also just to give it a clean, and yeah, just make sure he's nice and happy and clean and ready for his new life. He's going to be living his best life. Here, now I am going to be taking some propagations from this plant, because why wouldn't I? He's got so much foliage, it would be rude not to. But I will wait a little bit before I do that. Let him settle in. Yes, this is quite the job, I have to say. Well worth it though. Now he sits nice and firm in there, and his pole is properly situated there in the soil, so it won't keep falling over. Lovely. He's going to have the best life with me. Okay, so that is the repotting done. I'm going to now take this plant into my bathroom and I'm going to give it a good showering down. Unfortunately, I can't film that part because I have the tiniest bathroom and there's no room for a tripod or anything in there. So I'm going to do that and then we'll come back. Okay, we've skipped forward a day and this guy has dried off from his shower. He's also had a thorough watering because his roots were quite dry. And I did prune off a few leaves, but not a great deal. There were a couple that were a little bit brown on the edges and a couple of yellow ones right at the bottom, which is to be expected, but overall it was maybe 3-4 leaves that I had to trim off. And yeah, he's looking absolutely amazing. And you know when you get a plant that is just your dream plant, you feel like this is the plant you've been waiting for. This is that plant for me, and I just love this plant. It is so beautiful, and to get an overgrown plant like this yourself would take quite some years, so I do feel a little bit lazy in that I didn't grow it myself. However, how could I resist? It's just so beautiful. And yeah, so that's my new Monstera Adansonii. I hope you enjoyed watching him be repotted. I'm going to have to find him a really nice pot. I'd love to find him a really special cover pot, so I'm going to keep my eye out for that. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know in the comments, what is your dream plant? Do you have one, or maybe you have one in your mind's eye that you keep your eye out for? What is that plant for you that you just know if you saw it you would have to have it? See you in the next video, guys. Bye.